If you woke up today and checked your calendar and saw that you had 0 sales calls, then you'd have a bit of a problem, right? Because without a steady flow of prospective clients, it's really hard to grow a stable and profitable agency. So in this video, I'm going to explain 2 ways that you can generate leads really quickly. Before we get into that, I wanted you to understand why so many agencies end up with 0 leads. It's the same thing that happens for the vast majority of them, and it's the agency hamster wheel. Once you sell a new client, you are dedicated to that specific project or to that client. You're working in the business, not on. So you have almost no attention dedicated to generating new business. And so as that project either comes to a close or a client gives you notice is when you recognize, oh shit, I need to go and sell. And it ends up putting you in this place where revenue's going up, revenue's going down, revenue's going up, revenue's going down, and you're just never sure whether you're coming or going. It puts you in a place that it is incredibly anxiety driving, incredibly risky, and ultimately a lot of things that just don't need to come to fruition. And I want to help you solve it today. So now that we understand why this is happening, what can we do about it? Well, this first technique can be used in pretty much every industry with every type of focus. Let's say that you were to get a call from your dentist today, scheduling your regular 6-month teeth cleaning. What do? Well, for the vast majority of people, you open up your calendar, you take a look, and you schedule the appointment. Why? Well, they know you trust them, you know that they do a good job, and so it's also just that time, right? Good news is that you can use the exact same strategy with your clients right now and reaching out to your past clients and offering them just some strategic advice, whether it was a website that was just launched, brands that had just been launched, a campaign that you had launched, it doesn't particularly matter. But what you want to be doing is reaching out to them to find out exactly how things have been going and ultimately give them a little bit of a suggestion if you've been seeing X, Y, and Z happening within the industry and thought that it would be good for the 2 of you to meet and talk about some strategic ideas that you had specifically for them that would be beneficial for them. Some things that you might be able to help with, some of the things that you just wanted to give them some extra advice. Schedule some time, have that meeting, allowing for yourself to be able to have a sales call in the immediate. Why is this useful? How does this help? Well, exactly the same thing that happened with a dentist. They know you, they like you, they trust you already. You already know who they are, you know what the things that they are currently challenged with, and the objectives of what they're looking to solve for. That's largely the meeting you are going to have. Is here's where we met, here's what was going on, here's what we understand your objectives to be. Is that still right? Yes. All right, here's the progress that we've made and what we have done together so far. And is there any nuance to what we are unaware of that we should be aware of? Great. Here's 5 to 7 ideas of things that you could be doing, some of which your agency does and some of which your agency doesn't. Being that strategic advisor for them. It works like gangbusters. I want you to do that. Reach out today. So we had a guest speaker once in the accelerator and they said something incredibly wise, is that if you are the best kept secret in town and you are not using this thing to spread the word, that's your fault. And I want you to be able to change that. And so I'm assuming that you do know some people. Some of those people are probably the true extrovert who ultimately love meeting people, connecting people, right? Those individuals can be able to provide you a lot of value. People that you already have in your existing circles. And they can help you and help your agency spread like COVID wildfire, if you will, but in a good way. So here's what I want you to do, is those people that are the extrovert, the connector person, I want you to reach out to that person and I want you to have a conversation. Doesn't matter whether it had been a couple of years, you're gonna reach out like, hey, I was walking down the street earlier today and I saw a rose bush and I remember the last time that we were at, XYZ's wedding, you were wearing a rose. And I thought that I would reach out and say hi because it's been so long. Let me know if you've got 15, 20 minutes just to connect, have a coffee chat and catch up, see how things are. And largely that's exactly what you're gonna do in the conversation. You're going to remember things about them individually. You're gonna take an interest in them as a person and find out where they are, what's going on. What will happen naturally is they're gonna ask the same about you. What have you got going on? You're going to share some things about what's going on with you personally, your kids, to a vacation you just went on, what have you. At the end of what you're going to do, you're going to arm this person with all the information that they need to know so that if they run into someone at a barbecue, if they are standing next to someone picking up their kids from school, if they are at a grocery store in line, they are going to be armed with the information that if it ends up coming up with one of those individuals of that you should be put in touch with this person. So all you're going to say is something very simple like, hey, one of the things that I've been working on a lot in my business right now is, working with new people. And I've been really having a lot of fun working with this specific type of person in this specific industry, solving this specific problem and having this specific outcome. So a big focus of mine has been working with more of those people. You didn't ask them for anything. You didn't tell them that you're looking for referrals. You didn't ask for any referrals. So there's no negative feeling from you or from them, but you've given them everything that they need to know to be able to send a referral to you. So leverage your network, leverage those relationships. They're One, it's also just fun to reconnect with people anyway. So if you haven't been talking with some of your friends and colleagues for years, perhaps it's time that you reconnect anyways. It's also beneficial that they'll probably also be sending you some referrals in time. Not saying that it's going to get you leads today with every single person, but I can pretty much guarantee you that some of those people do know someone that does need your help today. Now, here's the thing. These techniques are incredibly valuable. However, they are not a long-term lead generation strategy. So if you are wanting to expand your lead generation, I want you to check out this video next, where I explain exactly how we built our system that is able to generate us 500 leads a month.